been 30 years since the original film. I absolutely love this contemporary approach to Willow and continuing the legacy. Erin, first question for you. Jade has wanted to be a knight her entire life, but is now learning the true hardship of what that means. How did you approach that evolution?
Oh, I had lots of meetings with John, who was very open to, discussing her background and discussing her journey. It was genuinely so helpful to have that time and to go over it, because I feel like I needed to understand how difficult that was for her, to be trained her entire life to become this one thing, and then maybe slowly realize that there's other options, or it's not the be all and end all. Yeah, it's a proper transformation for her.
You also lived in the castle for a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah, I actually moved into I went proper method, moved into a castle. Oh. No, I'm joking. I didn't.
Oh, I was about to say, well, that's crazy. Boorman really captures this roguish, damaged energy while being the comic relief for the group. How do you find that balance?
I don't know, man. I don't look at it. If I do, I think I'll crash and burn and fail. I guess it's kind of a hard one to know, but it's really the words on the page, But you build the emotional state throughout the entire period of making this thing, and you inhabit that character, and then the words on the page give you the pointers for where to go, and you just have to have a sort of intuition about where to push and what feels right. And then you obviously have John Kasdan over your shoulder saying, "Be like this." And like, thank you, John.
Absolutely. Now, Erin, there's some unexpected similarities between Jade and Carly from your character in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The need to protect her people, her fighting spirit, and her personal code of honor. What did you bring from that experience on the Falcon and Winter Soldier role to Willow?
Yeah, I guess they do have a similar vibe and feeling like protecting the people. I think Carly, it's on a much bigger scale, and she feels a very strong responsibility to be the voice for millions and millions of people. Whereas Jade really only cares about one person, and Borman. She kind of dedicates her whole life to, protecting Kit and honoring Sorsha, and then wanting to go on to protect the realm, for the Queen and Princess.
Absolutely. Now, this question's for the both of you, but we'll start with you first. Now, Jade is at the start of her journey as a knight with a naivety, while Boorman is more jaded and world-weary from his experience. How does this impact them to see almost a mirror to the future and the past?
I think Boorman thinks of himself as a lone ranger. He's a bit of a cowboy. He's definitely been part of a fellowship before that we start to learn about in the show, but he likes to think of himself as self-sufficient. And he thinks he knows what he is and what he's going to be. And I think meeting Jade teaches him that he has lived experiences with other people. And it's a really interesting dynamic seeing him progress in 3 and 4, where he starts to see elements of himself in Jade. And that opens him up a little bit to her. And that bond is really special.
Amazing. Now, Erin, can you talk about the dynamic between Jade and Kit and how we see that progress throughout the show?
Yeah, so they've grown up together. They've known each other their whole lives and they're best friends. And they go on this journey together, and I think they think that they're quite sure of themselves, but I think that they're both maybe kind of either lost or not realizing that there's more possibilities out there, that there's a whole world that they haven't seen, and they've dreamed of, adventuring and going on this journey, and they finally get the chance to do that. And yeah, I think it really tests their friendship. It's much harder than they could have ever expected, and it brings them closer, and it separates them, and they clash, and then they come together. Yeah, it's a really beautiful journey that they go on.
Well, look, thank you guys so much for your time. I absolutely love this show. It feels like a D&D campaign with these characters in a more contemporary way. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.